first met Tony, he always says we met at my friend Emily's bonfire, but I don't count that because we didn't talk at the bonfire at all.
The very first time I met Kayla was we were at a fire that the friend group was putting on. Shout out to the friend group.
So I count the first time we met at our friend Roger's 21st birthday party.
I put on Roger's 21st birthday party. I got like all the balloons and I set it up and I got it all set together for him.
It was like 3 a.m. when we first met. Everyone was pretty much done because they were all drinking pretty hard, and
so she was one of the only other sober people at the party, so I gravitated toward her because, you know, we were both in similar situations.
And randomly out of nowhere, he just decided it was a good idea to give me a lap dance, like by the pool table.
Like I said, with the booty shake story and how I'm a little bit weird, set the precedence. I whispered songs in her ear and was being kind of weird and, you know, just kind of messing around with her. And
the next day, after he was bothering me, doing all this kind of stuff, he messages me on Facebook and is like, hey, sorry if I annoyed you last night. And I was like, what do I say to that? Like,
I messaged her on Facebook and I was like, we should go out on a date or something like that.
From there, he kept like talking to me and I agreed to go on a first date.
We've been together for a pretty decently good amount of time and everything's been wonderful. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go big and I think it's gonna work out great.
The week before he proposed, I actually was downstate in Lansing for school, and he says I didn't see it coming, but I did. I worked at a jewelry store before that, so I knew that was the only week he really could go in there without me knowing, and he always dropped hints without realizing. He doesn't realize how obvious he is.
And I went there and I was like, hey guys, it's time. Let's look at some engagement rings and everything like this. Oh yeah, so they had to spend like a week or 2 weeks just like without Kayla knowing. So it was like they helped me out a lot. It was great.
We wanted to go to a waterfall for our anniversary, and he wasn't familiar with a lot of them, and I was. And it was pouring rain, but he's like, no, we need to get out of the apartment. So because of that, usually if it's pouring rain, he's like, no, let's just stay in. I was like, okay, that's kind of a red flag too.
It's kind of not the greatest day, but I was like, I insisted on going out to a waterfall. And we get out there and we're like sliding down the slopes to get down there. And I'm trying to videotape it. She had no idea that I was going to propose, except for like 2 minutes before I did, because I was like fumbling around. I was trying to take videos and she's like, what are you doing?
And when we get to the bottom, he starts like fumbling and taking his camera out, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
And I was like, oh no, I'm found out, guys. I'm found out. And so basically, I just kind of was like, just went down, got on the knee, and I was like, yeah, would you marry me and stuff like that.
Instead of smoothly going into it, he just kind of got really nervous, shoved the ring in my face, and got down on one knee and was like, marry me. So then that was the proposal story, I guess.
She definitely did not know. She's probably gonna say she knew, but she definitely had no idea that I had gotten a ring and I had done all the stuff that I was supposed to.
He never keeps life boring. With him, I always know there's gonna be something up his sleeve. He's gonna do something ridiculous. He's gonna try to embarrass me, but I like it. So yeah, he might be super into Pokemon Go, even though it's not a thing anymore, but it's okay, it's fun. And he might randomly give me lap dances and I might not be for it, but it's still fun. Ultimately, he's the one in the group that always makes everyone laugh. And he's also super motivated, he's kind, and I just know it's gonna be a good life ahead of us.
Last thing I wanna say is that, once again, I love you, Kayla May, with all my heart, forever and ever.